watching The Real G. We're so green, we're black.
The Real G.
This is it's style.
Cutting edge style.
It's also sexy.
It's high-end design.
Recycle.
Aesthetic design.
Modular.
Celebrity interviews.
Celebrities. Yeah.
Are you hot?
Have you got it?
Have you got it?
Carpet.
Sexy fast cars. Alternative.
Hydrogen.
Hybrids.
It's the future.
It's music.
Rock and roll. Independent music.
Live.
Riches.
Organic food. Luscious.
Sumptuous cuisine.
Plant-based.
Green chefs.
From Venice, California, we bring it to you live.
G.
The Real G.
Starts now.
The Real G.
Now.
The Real G.
Hey, I'm Sarah and welcome to The Real G. We have a fabulous show lined up for you today. Great Northerner here, Corianka Kilcher is here, plus we strut our way to the Linda Loudermilk fashion show, test drive a Lexus hybrid, weasel our way into the Social Atelier launch party and explore the wired living home. Plus, if you love celebrities, you've definitely come to the right place. Speaking of the beautiful and talented people, we sent our Boise out to weigh his mic at them at our partner BPM Magazine's Green Carpet Extravaganza. Boise.
Hey everyone, it's Boise with G Living again on a fake green carpet next to a Ford Escape hybrid, so it must mean something G is going down in the wood. Well, tonight we're celebrating the 11th anniversary of BPM Magazine. Hopefully this guy's going to be there. You know him from HBO's Entourage. So you're psyched? Welcome to Hollywood, California. Okay, so this is the excitement of a green carpet event here in Hollywood. This is what it looks like. Basically waiting for someone important to show up. So stick around.
Everybody walks in LA.
Put walking in LA.
Hey, a car. So, what's it like being a hybrid? Do you feel, do you have Toyota envy?
The environment is an important component of our business, and we've been committed to it for a very long time, from back when Henry Ford used soybeans to do X, number of things. We're even actually bringing soybeans back for seats on our Mustang. And we have the Escape Hybrid and the Mariner Hybrid, and we're committed to, alternate fuel technology, including hydrogen and fuel cells and plug-in hybrids.
Romeo, tell the camera who you are and what you do.
Manager of G Unit, 50 Cent with G. In fact, they'll be coming.
What's the G stand for in the G Unit?
Gangster.
What's the G stand for in G Living?
Green, baby.
That's right.
Come on.
We're all about spanning the gap from hippie to hipster. So if that makes sense, like back in the 60s, everybody was really conscious of the environment, but the problem was that people kind of fell out of favor because they thought that was an old concept. But as you can see now, with young people kind of really taking responsibility and wanting to be conscious of what they're part of, I think the main thing is we're really trying to bring brands into the awareness that their consumers are asking them to be responsible. And they have to create a sustainable way of doing business, or otherwise consumers are going to vote with their dollars.
We just like a good party.
How'd you guys find out about this? Did you just hear it on the internet or something?
He told me, I told him. He told him, and he was the last to find out.
All right, you're always the last to find out.
What?
Oh, what's the put you walking in LA?
What?
I think in Los Angeles we get stuck in the rut of driving everywhere. But if you can walk and if you can get there, why not? Instead of just driving like 2 blocks, walk the 2 blocks.
I mean, you can't sit on your couch and think that, the environment's gonna get better. It's not gonna happen. You gotta get up.
Take it from Rachel and Rachel's shirt, the earth is our home,
Yes.
right?
And this is actually, this shirt right here, this means that there's home for everyone.
What's the G stand for you, Rachel? The G and G Living.
The G and G Living, grateful. Grateful living.
So that's some of the people we talked to today on the green carpet at Avalon, and the night wasn't done there. Do you feel more connected to the earth?
Absolutely, I feel, especially with all these lights and cameras, I feel like I'm living in the woods.
It's great, isn't it? Hollywood hasn't seen this much green since Snoop came to town.
My real focus had become conscious capitalism, which sort of goes a step beyond just green. Green is just part of the equation. What needs to really occur is that people need to understand that there doesn't need to be a disconnect between being profitable and living a life that's meaningful. And I really would like to bridge the gap between them. A sort of sustainable philanthropy engaged by a sort of model that's capitalism, right, is where I'm really trying to go with Ethos Investments.
You know what we call that?
What do we call it?
G-living. We call that G-living, baby.
G-living.
Is this the shade of green that you wanted? Great, so we're only G-living, but we're hoping to get Paris Hilton. And if she doesn't talk to us, no love lost, okay, Paris? Peace and love. Hey Paris, I'm Boise with G-living. I understand now, I heard you recently say that you're really out and committed to make a difference. And what does that look like? What kind of voice do you want to lend yourself to?
Well, today I was at the Los Angeles Children's Hospital and I was visiting the kids. And tonight I'm here, I came in the hybrid car because I think that's the new way to go to save energy and save our earth from all this, pollution. So, I don't know, I think if everyone just takes the steps to do it, it can make a big difference.
Right on, we're G-living. What's the G stand for you?
Gorgeous.
Right on, thanks, Paris.
It's vintage.
I don't really want to know what she's wearing, but we're really appreciative. And Paris, go make that difference.
That's awesome.
What's G mean to you?
Greatness.
Yeah, greatness, cool.
Greatness and goodness.
Hey everybody, it's Boise. It's way past my bedtime, so we're going to be shuffling off here from the Avalon in Hollywood, California. We want to thank all the people at BPM. Happy 11th anniversary. Thanks for the green issue. We'll see you next time on a green carpet near you. I'm Boise for G-living. Keep it G, everybody.
Now, was it just me, or was that Ford Escape Hybrid seriously gorgeous? Now for something completely different. Let's count down the top 3 stories in the buzz.
The Real G Weekly Buzz.
Pamela Anderson used to be a name synonymous with sex tape, but is now being associated with sustainability. The actress and animal lover has teamed up with former hockey pro Jeff Courtnall to create an environmentally friendly residential development in her hometown of Ladysmith, British Columbia, on a property that used to belong to her grandparents. I bet they're psyched. In what can only be likened to a cannibal enjoying a dinner party, President Bush spoke at the Renewable Energy Conference in Washington this week. Bush took credit for the increase of hybrids on the road, touted ethanol as the fuel of the future, and pushed for nuclear power, conveniently ignoring the fact that nuclear waste never goes away. Let's see, 308 days and counting. Why are international athletes dropping out of the Beijing Olympic Games? Is it A, to protest the killings in Tibet, B, to protest the genocide in Darfur, or C, protest the fact that they themselves might die? If you guessed C, you'd be right. World record holder Haile Gebrselassie will not run in the Beijing Olympics marathon due to climactic conditions in the Chinese capital. Says the Ethiopian asthma sufferer, I do not want to commit suicide in Beijing. Selfish bastard. Coming up next, it's our version of sex, drugs and rock and roll with Lexus, Green Chefs and Great Northern. Welcome back to The Real G. Linda Loudermilk's cutting-edge designs are favoured by the rich, famous and socially evolved. But check out the location of her runway show. G or not so G? You decide.
It's not what you think. I'm at a fashion show, darlings. But let's be honest, Los Angeles is no New York or Milan when it comes to the fashion world. I mean, Juicy is really about as couture as it gets. But we do have someone now to be proud of, Linda Loudermilk, who's carving a niche for herself as the Queen of Green with her trademark brand of luxury eco. But what effect, if any, will it have on the fashion industry as a whole? I'm about to find out.
Well, it's about the power of nature. Nature can support us, nature can destroy our home.
I liked your little line in your description. It was Mother Nature's the ultimate bitch.
I like to just present a variety of fabrics so that designers know what's out there, what to look for, what to ask for, and know that they can do a high-end line sustainably.
Well, we're going for a fashionably organic direction. We're all about natural and real and raw. And today we've created a flawless natural makeup direction with a really strong brow.
Ah, so it's the thick brow back.
Absolutely. Don't pluck, girls.
Who is modeling for Linda tonight?
One of the great supermodels of all time, Kirsty Hume. Just a million runways, an amazing campaign.
I have a solar coat for my first look, which is pretty cool. You can listen to your iPod, totally solar powered as you're walking around. I have a beautiful dress that has a neck piece with feathers and telephone cables.
This collection we had milk, cashmere. It's spun milk with organic wool.
I'm wearing Linda Loudermilk. Her designs are amazing and eco-friendly.
It's good for the environment, but it's also awesome and sexy and very, very cool. And so people are starting to feel that, and it's like, why not? Why not do both?
There'll always be a market for it because somebody's got to be forward-thinking. H&M don't seem to be the forward-thinkers, they're just the followers. So.
The more designers we get to use the fabrics that we've brought to the marketplace, the less expensive these fabrics can be, the more people can afford them.
We came, we saw, we walked the catwalk, and I'd certainly wear any of Linda's sexy androgynous designs. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go fill my car. From the runways to the highways now, as the ever so kind chaps at Lexus gave me the keys to my dream date. Mom, Dad, meet the Lexus LS. Test driving a new car is like going on a blind date. There are a number of things to size up to see if you and your new ride will be compatible. There's the all-important first impression, there's performance, and finally all those special features you perhaps weren't expecting. But here at G Living we have an extra requirement, the G factor. Think of it as the car's conscience, if you will. I'll be giving marks out of 10 for each category to arrive at a grand total out of 30. So let's kick things off with the first car. It's the Lexus LS Hybrid 08. This car is big. I mean, really big. If this car were a bloke, it would be a CEO or some other corporate big shot. You know, the kind that would take you to an uber-exclusive restaurant, let you order the most expensive thing on the menu, but you'd have to put up with his boring monologue over dinner. So first impression, beautiful, sleek, luxurious, but really unnecessarily big, so I'm docking a point. I'm giving it a 9. Performance. Fast. It's super fast. 0 to 60 in 5.5. Now add to the regular V8 engine Lexus's electronic wizardry and it performs like a V12. It also boasts the world's first 8-speed continuously variable transmission, as well as regenerative braking, all-wheel drive and adaptive variable air suspension. The downside? Well, although the Lexus is the only one in its class that qualifies as a SULEV, that's a super ultra low emissions vehicle, it does 22 miles per gallon in the city and 22 on the highway. Not great, but beats out BMW with figures of 14.22 or Mercedes-Benz with a dismal 11.17. So best in its class, but definitely not fuel efficient, so I have to take a couple of points off there. For performance, I'm giving the Lexus LS Hybrid an 8. With a starting price of a whopping $104,000, the Lexus LS is loaded with luxury extras. There's 4-zone climate control, there's a cool box back there, leather dash, pretty much everything imaginable. The list goes on. It's nicer and possibly bigger than my own house. But from a G standpoint, there are a few too many dead cows in here, so I'm docking a point and giving it a 9. So the Lexus LS Hybrid gets a grand total of 26 out of 30. Great performance, but a little too large for my liking. But if you've got money to burn and a conscience to clear, this could be the car for you. We'll see you next time on The Real G for more hybrid reviews. What is your show, Rena 911, doing to save the planet?
Nothing. Pretty much we're not doing anything because we don't get it right. That's a show that doesn't get it right.
We're with the G Living Network.
I'm sorry?
We're with the G Living Network.
Yes, but you make what you want in your life.
Say again?
You can make what you want, you are free.
That's right, you are free.
I'm going to get a hybrid next too. I'm just waiting to drive my car, my gas guzzler into the ground. The most horrible, I couldn't even tell you what it was. It's so
really?
embarrassing.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's with an A, is it letter up?
R.
Oh, rain.
Let me ask you a question. You're in this High School Musical, right? You went to high school, right?
Yes, of course.
Were you ever in a musical?
I was.
So is that kind of weird to be in an actual High School Musical as your job now that?
We are being honored with an award for our environmental contributions.
Excellent. What did you do to earn that?
Sorry.
Full report.
I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
You think Al Gore's hot? Are you attracted to him?
No.
I think he's kind of hot.
Really? At the same time, I think we must be aware of a lot of greenwash that is around when companies say that they're green, let's make sure that they really are.
These eyelashes, what? I've recycled them 63 times and I only got pink eye twice. What?
We clean our ear with jelly vinegar.
It's good.
Yes, we love that.
On a serious note, we should really try to colonize Mars.
When we come back, Boise's on the couch with Coriander Culture and I Get Wired. Welcome back to The Real G. Now, what does an English lady and a modern green woman crave when she's in deepest, darkest America? Organic pudding, naturally. Hey there, I'm Sarah and welcome to Green Chefs. We have a very special guest in the kitchen today, Elizabeth Kucinich, who's taking some time off the campaign trail. Obviously, she's campaigning with her husband, Dennis, who is presidential hopeful and congressman. And you told me earlier that he loves coconut.
Coconut and chocolate.
Well, he'll be super jealous today because we're making a coconut chocolate pudding. I'm going to run through the ingredients and then I might get you to assist me putting it all together. So it's quite simple. All you need is some coconut meat, some coconut water from a fresh young coconut, cocoa powder, some cocoa butter, a bit of salt for flavour, ton of maple syrup, keep it nice and sweet.
It's really sweet.
Yeah. Some coffee and vanilla extract. And finally, some melted down organic dark chocolate, which I could just eat on its own. Here we go with that. And then I hear all we have to do is simply put it in the blender and it should be delicious. So do you want to help me out? I hear you're fond of a spatula.
My grandmother, she always used to make those wonderful cakes and I'd watch her with this spatula going around the bowl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Let's see. Working like a pro. So I know you have a sweet tooth also because you went to a bakery around the corner yesterday when you came to visit.
Oh, that was so fun.
What happened there?
Well, it's an amazing bakery called Homeboy Bakeries, and it's for people who are really coming off the streets from gangs and things. It's this program that brings them all back and helps them to engage into civil society. They talk about nothing stops a bullet like a job. I mean, it's just, which is really true.
Which is true, absolutely.
And this amazing, amazing priest has set this project up, and so I was there and I was walking around with this young man who was taking me around and telling me his story and talking to me all about these things. And he saw me laugh, or he talked about something, he saw my tongue piercing. He said, "That's it, I'm sold, I'm going to vote for Dennis, you're the one, that's it, you've got a tongue stud, that's so cool."
That's hilarious. But it's actually quite true, at least there's a point of relation
I
here.
know, I thought, he's the best on all these policies, he's the one that stands for peace and real social, social justice and things, but if a tongue stud does it for you, then okay.
It's a complete package, it's all those things, and the tongue stud's the icing on the cake.
Okay, so we literally just put it all in.
Yes, we are. Look at that.
Look, yummy.
I've had all the hard work done for us. It's all prepared, which is nice. And food really is key. If you don't have good food in your system, you can get. I know I can get very cranky. And all right, that looks amazing. It's all in there. Now what we have to do is simply. It's that way. Yep. Simply blend. So
maybe.
Yep. Oh,
maybe it's the other way.
It is the other way. Sorry. What do I know? I'm like some jinx for these blenders. I tell you. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Wow. I think that's it.
Lovely.
Wow. I think all the coconut meat's got crushed up sufficiently there. So now all we do is, oh, that looks delicious. It's like a decadent milkshake. I'm going to pour it in here. Ideally, we're supposed to, once we've done this, keep them in the refrigerator where they set for some time. But I think
this looks like the ultimate smoothie, doesn't it? I think we can.
Breakfast smoothie, anyone? A little bit rich. But as we're on a time crunch, I think we're going to have to cheat and just have a little taste earlier.
That's fine. That's fine.
We'll just drink ours.
I'm not going to leave without you.
No, exactly. And then you can garnish it with a little sprig of mint. which we will do. And yeah, really simple. So a little plant-based treat now that you're somewhere where we have a blender.
Yummy, look
There
at
you are.
that.
Have a little
Thank you.
taste. You want to give you the dainty spoon? So let's see.
There's nothing dainty
Yeah,
about
so
me.
coconut chocolate
Did I
pudding.
hear a blender?
Uh-oh, here we are, of course, for the best bit. Boise, here, do you
What are y'all
want
doing?
Well, we're
Yeah.
having pudding, but it's a little,
Share with each
it's,
other.
it's pudding, but it's a bit runny. Would you like
Yeah.
some? It's the first time I fed Boise, I think it was a little bit disturbing, but how was that?
That's excellent.
Is
Who
it
made
good?
that?
We both made it. Joint
Really?
effort, yeah. Okay, let me have a taste.
Very well done.
Sharing a spoon here. That's really good, actually. It is, and I can imagine once it's set, it's going to be even more delicious. But well, listen, thanks for dropping by.
Thank
and
you.
Yes, having
good
a
to see you
little
again.
sweet treat.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see much more of Elizabeth here on G Living, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you back for more here on Green Chefs. Thanks for watching.
Do you want to feed me a little bit too? Or?
What a cheeky chappy our Boise is. Next up, we sent him out to the 11th hour after party where he chats up a woman half his age, the beautiful and talented Corianka Kilcher.
All right, we're at Cisco Home as the 11th hour after party rolls on. We're with Corianka Kilcher from The New World. You were like 14 when you did that movie?
Yes, I was.
What was that like for you? I know you've been acting for a long time, but that was your first big film.
It was very amazing because I worked with a legendary director and an amazing cast, and I learned so much. So it was an amazing experience.
And I know, how old are you now?
I'm 17.
And here you are, the 17-year-old starlet actress, and you've got these film credits, right? And you're building your resume, and you get to lend your likeness, your name, and come out to causes for making a difference for the planet. What's that like for you to be able to have a voice at such a young age?
I feel very lucky because, I mean, I love the saying with great power comes great responsibility, because being a celebrity, you have great power. You have a voice, and a lot of people want to know what you're doing, and media is interested in what you're doing. So I love the power of celebrity because you can give voice to the voiceless.
So what's your voiceless passion? What's the thing you're most lit up about, making the difference?
Well, right now, because I am half Peruvian, I am working fighting against oil companies in Peru, like Occidental Petroleum. Right now, we're having a lawsuit going against them because they've been dumping 800,000 barrels of toxic waste containing lead, cadmium, and other heavy metals in one day on one block alone that I visited. It's devastating the Amazon rainforest as well as the people, and so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing that, and then also I'm working on something with the United Nations right now. We really are trying to get a whole bunch of celebrities together to help along the Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous Peoples to be passed by the
Awesome.
General Assembly at the United Nations.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
What do you do with your free time? Do you have any?
I drive a hydrogen fuel cell car, and I don't know. I love camping. I love nature. So.
Great. Well, we want to invite you to come over to the G Living studio in Venice. You can take me for a spin in your hydrogen fuel cell car. I haven't been in one of those yet.
It's zero emissions, and it's made from renewable sources such as solar and wind. So it'll be an experience.
Awesome. Well, thank you for setting the pace for 17-year-olds all over the planet.
Thank you.
All right, good. Come visit us at G Living. All right, Corianka, thank you so much. We'll be back with more superstar celebrities making a difference in Hollywood right after this.
Still to come, Great Northern, wired living home, and healthy French cuisine. Yes, you heard correctly. Welcome back to The Real G. We just love it when high design, sustainability, and technology all get together. It's a three-way that really gets us going. Get ready to get wired. Hey, and welcome to Wired Living Homes. I'm Sarah, and you're watching The Real G. I am joined by the architect, the brains behind it all, Mr. Ray Cap. Welcome, Ray.
I didn't hear the question.
Any requests? Can you build me a house?
6 months ago, there was a different house here that you wouldn't recognize. It had to be deconstructed, its materials reused in this house, and we have a whole new building that feels like one of the most exciting things. And it really came together in the last 6 weeks.
Tell me, how did this project come together with Wired magazine?
Well, I've been a fan of the magazine for a long time. And they had been thinking about doing a showcase home, so they said, why don't we work on one together?
I think Wired became part of this project because technology is part of what makes this all really possible. And I think technology is taking us to a place where sustainability can be very real. And so that was where the collaboration was really born out of.
In this house, this is made up of the same kind of module repeated, which is a 12 by 12 by varying length module. So it's pretty much the same module with different infill, whether it's glass, sliding doors, or walls.
Now tell me about some of the environmental features. It said it's zero waste, zero energy. There's a lot of zeros. Is this something that you adhere to?
Well, that's something that Steve Glenn adheres to and I subscribe to.
We're deconstructing the existing space rather than landfilling it or demoing it. We're actually reusing 70 to 80% of the materials. It's being donated to Habitat for Humanity.
Before any recycling, we look to reuse.
Well, the redwood above and on the outside is reclaimed. There's tile here that's from recycled glass or porcelain.
Sustainability has come to be more truly about material use, and the idea that you use materials that are sustainable, materials that can be reused.
The concrete we mix with fly ash. The wood here is Forest Stewardship Council certified.
What was your brief? Tell me what you were told by Wired Living Home to keep this place out.
I think part of it is we said, oh, the Wired man is a man who wants all technology and wants to be able to watch the game, but what does his wife want?
Yeah. I'm curious, who is the Wired man?
You're looking at the Wired man. I think we're people who are generally intellectually curious. We embrace the future and embrace change. And it just so happens we, like me, are in our 40s. We do have families, and disposable income. And I think, a lot of what the Wired guy is about is, again, not compromising, wanting sort of the luxuries and the comforts and all the cool things that technology provides. But we're responsible citizens of the world. We're global citizens, and I think that's a differentiator.
Is there any green features in here that you can tell me about?
I think the greenest thing in the house is all of the antiques.
Natural fabrics such as cotton, hemp, linen, wool, and jute and sisal and seagrass rugs that are all environmentally friendly.
Now let's talk about some gadgets, because you are the Wired man. What are some standout gadgets here that we should check out?
To me, the Control4 system that's in the house is absolutely amazing. It controls the entire house, the security system. We're watching people come in and out of this party from, the control room in the living room, which is very, very cool, very minority reported.
This kind of home can move down absolutely and broadly. When Philip Stark is at Target, there's no reason high-end designed homes can't move down to the mid-end and eventually to the low end. Design doesn't need to be at the high end.
And hopefully over time we'll be able to cut the costs in such a way that it will really become more affordable for people.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we're totally committed to doing much more affordable homes.
I use Mississippi as an example to differentiate from the environmental fringe in California, who might go a long ways and inconvenience themselves. But most of America, and definitely most of the world, wants to be comfortable first. But the optimistic side of me says we can have comfortable, cheaper solutions that are dramatically greener.
Technology is allowing sustainability and green initiatives to happen because you don't have to compromise anymore. I think the reason that we're at critical mass points with this is that people can have a cool car, a beautiful home. It lets them live the way they want to live without sacrificing, but still being responsible.
Here at The Real G, we like to show you that for whatever your heart desires, there's always an organic alternative, even to French cuisine. A little aside though, healthier doesn't always mean easier. You've been warned.
The Real G Green Chops.
Got a spare 6 hours, a truckload of veggies, and some creative flair in the kitchen? Good, you're gonna need it.
Hi everyone and welcome to The Real G. This is the Green Chef portion of the show. I am joined by Dave Anderson, who is Executive Chef of Madeline here in Los Angeles. So tell me, what are we creating today?
Well, we're gonna do a wild mushroom strudel with braised root vegetables.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, this is French cooking, so stock cubes don't really cut it. Dave made his stock from scratch using Spanish onion, carrots, celery, garlic, parsley, and thyme.
I've been working on this for the past couple hours, and this is just a really nice, intense, flavorful vegetable stock.
Okay.
You're reducing liquids down, and you're taking the flavors and just making them stronger and stronger.
Don't congratulate yourself too much on getting through the stock. There is plenty more to come. For the vegetable ragu, Dave chose carrots, butternut squash, turnips, and potatoes, braising each one individually. Yes, I said individually.
You want to get it in there?
Yeah.
All right, and we're going to start it out. Now, salt and pepper, they're your best friends.
As is thyme, so let's abridge a little, shall we? Add stock like you would to risotto and let it absorb. You want the veggies to soften but still keep their shape.
We want to put it on a nice flat surface like this and spread it out. We want to stop the heat, and that's how you do it right there.
Goes into this whole cooking caper.
Yeah, well, we're kind of thinking about it, I guess.
Butternut squash completed. Just a friendly reminder that you must now go on to braise all the remaining vegetables individually.
Let's start looking at the next component, the actual mushroom strudel.
Sounds good. Wow. That says autumn, doesn't it, really?
It really does, especially these guys. I love these guys, chanterelles.
So talk me through them. They're the chanterelles.
Chanterelles, shiitakes, oyster mushrooms. And
wow.
you can use,
how big are those shiitakes are?
You can use one kind of mushroom, you can use 6 kind of mushrooms on this. I like to mix them. The shiitakes, you don't want to eat the stem.
Oh, really?
It's chewy, yeah.
Oh, really?
When you cook it, it gets chewy.
Okay.
So we're going to do the chanterelles first because they're our favorite.
Okay, don't trip out with the mushrooms. This part is reasonably straightforward. Of the 3 different kinds, the chanterelles must be rinsed thoroughly, while the shiitake and oyster can be roughly torn.
So we're going to hit it with olive oil again. We're going to start this with shallots. Okay, what you're doing is you're releasing the oils and the flavors of the shallot into the olive oil. So, and that'll spread it around better when we get it in with the mushrooms. So you don't need to go all day there. You don't want to.
Wow, that looks great.
Again, with French cooking, we're just intensifying these flavors.
Right.
And we can go on a nice, pretty low heat.
Yep.
We're going to let that just cook for a while like that.
Okay.
Stir it every few minutes and you're fine. I put some walnuts in the oven. And we're toasting those. We need a few more minutes because we're going to flavor this before we put it in the strudel with some toasted walnuts and some fresh thyme. I'm just going to chop up the walnuts a little bit. We just want to chop these up so that they're not gigantic chunks. So we're going to get a little bit of that in there, and we're going to get some fresh thyme in there. So we're ready to roll out phyllo.
Okay, this looks like the fun part when it all comes together.
Yeah,
Put it in the strudel.
We're going to do about probably 5 layers. And we're just going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil.
Take the mushroom filling and lay it on the phyllo, leaving space at the top and bottom. Then roll up like you would sushi. Cut into 1-inch pieces and voila, kinda.
And that's
it's coming together. Fantastic.
That's about 20 minutes.
Okay, I've set my watch.
And then we're set.
Okay, stay with us when it all comes together and we'll finally get to eat our mushroom strudel.
All right, almost there, but what's French cooking without a sauce or two? First up, celery root puree, followed by a beet reduction.
Strudel is in the oven, it's just about to come out. The final part of this recipe is to make the sauce. So this is celery root that you've just
this is going to be a celery root puree. It's kind of 2 sauces we're going to do here, but this is just a quick one. We're going to sweat these for a minute, and then we're going to put some water in there, and then we're going to boil them and simmer them. And then we're going to puree it with a little bit of water. Okay, celery root.
Celery root that's been...
We made it. It's we
sitting in water.
A little bit of salt and pepper. It's nice and soft. So we're just going to go into our Vitamix blender here. I like to start on a nice low speed.
Okay.
But then I crank it. Look at that.
Wow. So you want to get that super smooth, no
velvety.
lumps.
And we're going to do the beets, which is going to be the other component to the sauce. Okay, we're going to juice these beets real quick. We're going to reduce this probably about in half.
Okay.
And one thing that makes beets really happy is a little bit of vinegar. I'm just going to add a little bit of that. It's getting warm. We're going to put this in here. Now this is called an emulsion.
And now what is this?
This is earth balance, very much like butter. And we're just gonna put a little bit in there, and we're gonna just froth it up just a little bit, and we're ready to plate. We're gonna pull the strudel.
So now they have been in there for 20 minutes.
About 20, yeah.
Yeah, let's see how they turn out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's the idea, is they're nice and crispy.
Good.
Right, so we're gonna take a little bit of this yummy root vegetables that we did, make a little mound of it. You don't have to go huge. Celery root puree. So I'm working off the front of the spoon. All right, so that's probably enough.
That looks good.
And then we have why not, right?
Very nice.
And there you go.
Voila!
And there's the mushroom strudel with braised root vegetables.
Amazing. Look at that. All that's left now is the eating part, and I'm sure any moment now, boys, he's going to come and probably eat mine. When we come back, get ready to make a fashion statement and rock out with Great Northern. Welcome back to The Real G, where we're about to head to Hollywood to spy some bold graphic statement tees, which can only mean one designer. Or can it? So it's Friday night, we're here in Hollywood for the launch party for a new ethical clothing line, Social Atelier. But is it just me, or is someone else getting a little sense of deja vu? A jitterbug? So talk about Hollywood dreams coming true. You guys launched in May, and now look at you. You're in Fred Segal and you're in American Rag, two of my favorite stores. How do you feel?
I feel wonderful, very accomplished.
Now listen, I've checked out your stuff. You know, I like it. I really like it. Cool. I'm angling for a t-shirt. I'm going to see if I can get one by the end of the night. Did you know that you were destined to do this?
I don't know. I think I was always destined to find a way to feel like I'm giving back to the world while still combining fashion. It wasn't feel good enough for me. I didn't feel like I was giving back enough that I felt good about myself every day getting up.
The t-shirt's organic. How about the printing?
The printing right now, we're working on developing rice inks.
Right.
The first season's printing is a dual process. We print with the ink and then we overlay with a clear gel paper. We are looking to get more sustainable and organic.
Are you a model? Is that your main gig?
You know what? I used to do it when I was a little younger.
But I gotta ask it, how come it costs so much?
You know, a lot of that has to do with the donation component for our brand. Also, it's on 100% organic,
right?
Which kind of drives up the cost a little bit for us.
Okay.
You know what? I think a lot of it too is the retailers that we're in.
Right.
We started off at Fred Segal, and they sort of dictated our price point. We're actually on the lower end of Fred Segal's price point.
I know. $88 for a single at a Fred Segal is a bargain.
Exactly.
So you came out of retirement.
We came out of retirement for Social Atelier.
Give us a Zoolander straight to camera. Oh. Did you do a piece for each theme? I know they're doing genocide, AIDS.
Yes, I did. Yeah, there's a Darfur one, there's an Africa one. It's a piece about it's just body image, and basically it's like a basic collage, but based off women I know, women with plastic surgery, women without, and just kind of collaged it to where almost creating like a Frankenstein with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the women with plastic surgery, let you photograph them?
Yeah.
They did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah, this is LA.
The bold writing on the plain t-shirt. Where'd you come up with that idea?
Very intentional. It's kind of the purest expression of a rage that's happening in the world. So.
I was kind of being cheeky. When I first saw your brand, I love it, but I was like, I've seen that before. And it was Catherine Hammett. Remember Choose Life? I don't know if I'm dating myself here, but I was a Wham fan. He doesn't know. He's so nice.
No, I love.
Right, you love Wham. Come on.
I love
hey,
the colors,
that's right. Don't leave me alone, this Wham cat. Catherine Hammett, she was a pioneer in ethical fashion. So.
An amazing designer.
An amazing designer.
Amazing designer.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I love Catherine Hammett.
Now, I got to say a word to you. Jitterbug. Does that mean anything?
No.
Wham. Wake me up before you go.
Yeah.
When I first saw your line, I was like, oh my God, I'm going back
People have
in
been
my
saying
past.
that.
Really? Choose Life, it's not just me. I thought I was a genius.
Like 3rd grade for me.
3rd grade, right. That's probably about the same as me, actually. Yeah. Were you a fan of Wham?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember George Michael and his Choose Life?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Was Catherine Hammett, I mean, she was an ethical pioneer in fashion. Was that an inspiration for you?
I don't think it was really an inspiration. We knew what she was doing. We were very aware of it, but we wanted to go out and do something on our own where we really stood for not only ethical consumerism and sustainability, but social causes and giving back and aligning ourselves with organizations seasonally that we would work with.
I noticed on your website you have a collective of academics and
artists,
thought leaders, and who are the academics? I'm curious.
Academics that we work with, we're working with the Jewish World Watch right now for season 1, and they are actually a group of academics that kind of came together and formed an organization to help the women and children of Darfur through the Solar Cooker Project.
When I found out what the cause was for, I
You're
totally
like, no
was
way.
down. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
No, I was like, I'm in. Count me in. Yeah. I'll do it for free.
Yeah. No, what
I did.
Cheap man, did they give you a t-shirt? I'm on a mission to get a t-shirt.
Yes, I got a t-shirt.
Oh, you got a t-shirt?
Yeah.
$88. They're not giving him out for free, I tell you that much. What do you think about fashion? Do you think it's green is a fad right now? Or is it just a hot fad?
No. it became a fad, but it's gonna turn into something way more than that. You don't see it just in fashion. First off, you see it with the vodka that we're drinking, you see it with the cars that everyone's driving, you see it with the homes that are being built, and you see it with, and now you're seeing it with apparel finally. So it's way bigger than that, and I think everybody's finally getting it. Now is the time to get it.
What do you think about fashion? Can it save the world?
I don't think fashion can save the world, but I definitely think it can help. And people can start to use fashion as a medium for expressing their desire to change the world.
All right, Yael, well, hopefully I'll be walking out with one of your t-shirts on my back. I'm working on you and Andre, so we'll see what happens with that. But listen, thanks so much for having us here. It's a great party. And
Thank you for coming.
Statement tees, proving once and for all that the boys from Wham were pop prophets after all. Speaking of music, we were psyched when super hot LA band Great Northern dropped by our studios to chat and jam. Check it out.
The Real G Music.
Listen, that song Home is just so wonderful. I mean, I'm a big fan of these guys. I think LA is going through such a musical, like an inspirational period right now. There's so many hot bands here. So it's great that we're in LA that can have you guys on. And yeah, you're getting massive airplay, obviously, all over Indie and KCRW. So this is the album. Trading twilight for daylight.
Yes.
Yes. And where'd that come from?
Twilight is such a beautiful time of day. You know, it's like that smallest hour. It's not even an hour. It's like 20 minutes or something. When everything looks really magical and feels like everything's going to be okay. You know, the way the light shifts.
That's why we call it the magic hour.
The magic hour.
Right before the record was coming out, we bought something like 2,000 trees and had them, through an organization, had them planted.
Oh, okay.
In India. Since we're on G Living, we were talking about, you know, any little things we can do to like...
To make a difference?
Yeah, to make a difference. And I think that the people that make the toilet paper, if it was softer, they would make a killing.
Yeah, there is a hole in the market there, I agree. I think the recycled...
A hole in the market?
A little lotion, a little bit aloe. A little bit rough, isn't it?
I know it's always touchy to ask the bassist in a band to say anything because you're usually just holding it down, but is there anything you want to add in here about being a part of Great Northern?
I love it. These guys are great, you know. Fortunately, when we're all together, like we never get to the point where we want to like wring each other's necks. It's nice.
That's
we have
good.
a little good little homeostasis.
Bassist has got that cute thing going. I think it's probably because that's probably
you
why I
put
slipped
off?
up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a
But
bit
they're good.
distracted.
Good work with them. I mean, you're a fan. I thought you really kept yourself
I held
together
it
nicely.
together? Yeah, I'm not gonna go all...
I thought you were gonna geek
I'm
out.
not gonna go go. It's
Yeah.
not Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Let's put things in perspective.
It's not toilet paper. It's got nothing to do with trains.
Or beans, but it has everything to do with music. Here are Great Northern with Just a Dream. That's it for The Real G, and I can tell you it's been quite an experience. I'm Sarah. We'll see you next time.